And we don't work. Our defense runs an even front, so it's not something.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KCPTV.com. We're here with the pregame show sponsored by Dion's Pizza. I am your host, Art Sandoval, and I'm here with the Commander-in-Chief, Jeff Lynn. Good evening, Coach Lynn. How are you tonight?
I'm great.
Hey, man, real quick, let's just get down right to the point. The Roswell Coyotes are going to be taking on the Hobbs Eagles. Roswell Coyotes currently 2-0, and Hobbs losing last week to Artesia, which now makes the record 1-1. First and foremost, as we always do every week, tell me a little bit of what happened last week at Santa Fe. Roswell Coyotes beat the Santa Fe Demons in 3 quarters. Tell me some highlights. Tell me some of the things that you worked on, what you needed to work on for this week, and let's get ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game for us. I thought we made a lot of mistakes against Lovington, and I thought, we went into that Santa Fe game and we got those things cleaned up. I thought our kicking back game was much better. We eliminated a bunch of the organizational stuff on offense that we were struggling with, the personnel groups and snap count and all those silly penalties we got against Lovington. I thought we got those things ironed out. And again, I thought our defense played really well. We gave up the 1 score, but that was a deep play. A little bit concerned about the big, giving up the big play because we've given up some points on the big play, but we'll get that straightened out. Just got to get lined up right. But I thought our defense played really well, and I thought our offense played well, and I thought our kicking game was good, just solid in all 3 phases. And again, we got all those first game mistakes ironed out, so it was good.
Yeah, so 56 points. 58 points, I think, apart, 58-6. So, tell some of the people that were not watching last week, what were some of the highlights, some of the scoring highlights that occurred for those Coyotes?
I think we were up 35-0 in the first quarter, and then at that point we pulled our starters and started playing with our backups. And then, I think kind of the highlight was how well our twos kind of went out there and performed. I thought. Andrew Padilla did a good job running the offense. I thought Luis Godoy had a good game. Matt Castillo had a great game on offense and on special teams. He had a bunch of big returns. And then defensively, again, just those young guys, the kids like Manavida, Sergio Jimenez, Gage Gladdy, some of those backup kids that aren't starters got some good time, and that's good for us because we're going to need those guys. It's a long season. We'll get some. There'll probably be some injuries and that kind of thing, and so that depth, developing that depth was key. So that was kind of the highlight for me, seeing those kids that don't usually get to play a lot get in and have some success.
You're exactly right. I was, I had the conversation prior to that. I asked you a specific question, and kind of being facetious when I said that. Is it going to be 3 quarters or 4 quarters? Well, the gist of it is we really, really wanted the Roswell Coyotes to get a lot of playing time, play at least 3 quarters, possibly 4, to get those repetitions for that second unit. But nonetheless, you did defeat the Santa Fe Demons 58-6. Now, Coach, let's just go straight to the point right now. How are these 2 games, the victory against Lovington 45-18 and then 58-6 stopping, how's that going to help you with this coming week's game against Hobbs?
Well, I think I don't know if it really helps us at all. Obviously it helps us to play games. You get better playing games, but I think the biggest thing that it helps us with is just to get all that organizational stuff, the stuff that you have a hard time practicing, that you have to do live, to get all those things ironed out. Kicking game, you don't ever practice your kicking game live. You don't. Like the pre-snap and substitutions. It's hard to simulate that in practice. So just getting all that stuff worked out helps us move into this game so we don't have any of those silly mistakes that can really kill drives and keep drives going for the opponent's offense. So I just think mainly, it was a good couple games to kind of ease into the season, and now we're going to hit the grind a little bit and find out how good a football team we are.
You and I talked a little bit yesterday about, lunchtime, just about the Hobbs Eagles in general, offensively, defensively. Explain to the people listening in Roswell right now what defense Hobbs is going to run tonight.
We're going to get an odd front,
okay,
which is different than what we saw the first 2 weeks. We got an even front. What I mean by that is when we get an odd front, we're going to have 3 down linemen versus 4. A little bit different. You know, you talk that a little bit differently than you do an even front. So, and, you know, we don't work, you know, our offense runs an even front. So it's not something that we've had a whole lot of work on. So it'll be a challenge for us offensively to make sure that we're, you know, executing and we're not doing assignments. But I think we've had a good run of practice. So we'll get an odd front. We'll get a 4-spoke secondary.
Physical. I know they're 1-1. They lost last week to Artesia. How's that game? You know, you have a common opponent with Artesia and then Hobbs. It's going to be a pretty good contest, but Hobbs in general are pretty physical. They're pretty fast offensively. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, offensively, they are fast. I mean, I think that's their biggest strength is they're fast and they're big. I mean, Hobbs always has big. I mean, when you're sitting at a school with 2,800 kids, I mean, you got a lot to choose from. And so there's some speed rolling around there, and there's some big kids. So they're going to be bigger than us. And I think we do match up in the speed category. So it'll be a challenge for us. Offensively, they're a spread offense. You know, they're about a 50-50 team. They're going to throw the ball as much as they run it. Their main run plays, you know, GT, guard tackle, kick out. So, you know, that's what they're going to do offensively. Quarterback's a big kid. And again, they've got really explosive kids at their skill position. So we're going to have to keep all that in front of us, and we're going to have to tackle well. And, you know, we'll have to play well.
So Jeremiah Monreal is going to be back this week. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He was out last week due to a little tweak with the back or something like that. How effective is he going to be coming back into the lineup? You
know, he could have. I mean, if it was a bigger game last week, he probably would have played. You know, we just went ahead and sat him out to get that all healed up. He'll be 100%. And, you know, you might even see him on offense a little bit. He's pretty, you know, he's taking some reps this week on offense. So we might play him a little bit on offense as well. So he's back. He's good. So.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I was just kind of looking at your schedule from this point forward, Coach. Your strength of schedule is, tell you what, quite amazing. From here on out, you don't have an easy opponent.
No, and that's by on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, there's teams that play schedules to, you know, get in the playoffs, and there's teams that play schedules to win blue trophies.
Yep.
And you know, we're trying to get prepared to win a blue trophy, and I think iron sharpens iron. If you're going to be any good, you got to play good people. So I'm looking forward to the next 5 weeks. It's going to be a grind. I mean, we've got 4 6A opponents, and then, you know, the team that beat us in the semifinals last year. So starts tonight with Hobbs, and then it doesn't get any easier really for the rest of the season. So again, though, we're getting ourselves prepared for a deep playoff run, and that's what a tough schedule does for you.
Sounds good. Anything in closing, Coach?
No, just excited. Excited to be here in Hobbs. You know, they got great facilities here in Hobbs. They always have a good crowd. It's always a show here. You know, they do a great job with their facilities. You know, they got the big Jumbotron board, and I think they're flying in the football tonight for Military Appreciation Night. So it'll be a fun night here in Hobbs. And again, we're excited to step up in competition and see what we're really made of. So fired up about tonight and fired up about our team, and really like the way this team's going and moving in the right direction, and excited. So.
Sounds good. Well, there you have it. There's the pregame interview with head coach Jeff Lynn. The Roswell Coyotes, once again, coming in this week at rank number 2 in the 5A classification, and in the 6A classification, the Hobbs Eagles coming in at the 8 seed. So 2 versus 8, game of the week here in New Mexico, week 3 for the Roswell Coyotes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching the pregame show. Make it the Dion's pregame show at 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSUPTV.com. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Next on the fence is Douglas. Return by Kennedy. First down, just outside the 20. Ball carried by Huckins. Tackle by Roswell. Second down, about the 22. Ball carried by Armadarius. Tackle by Nichols. First down, Eagles. First down at the 45. Ball carried by Beatty. Second down at the Roswell 47. Ball carried by Beatty. Penalty marker on the play.
Holding. 58 offense. Second down.
Second down at the Hobbs 43. Pass complete to Hawkins. Ball at the Hawks 47. Third down. Ball carried by Darius. Thank you. First down at the Roswell 41.
That's where the problem is. That's like, it has a bug that's stopping the audio from coming to me.
Second down. Ball carried by Medeiros.
I'm just saying I'm not using the radio audio anyway, so it's not going to mess with the right here.
Ball at the Roswell 38. Ball carried by Beatty. Penalty mark on the play. Ball at the Roswell 23. Pass complete to Franklin. Penalty marker on the play. Second down. Second down at the Roswell 37. Ball carried by Kennedy. Ball at the Roswell 38. Fourth down. Pass interception at the 3-yard line. Second down at the 2-yard line. Pass complete. First down. Ball carried by Sanchez. Tackle by Diaz. Second down at the 39-yard line. A great big thank you to Roswell Construction, Underground, Rise Operating, Linfield, Family Health, Odds Hospital, and the City of Holland, and they are all around anchor sponsors of our video board and Hobbs Analytics. A big thank you to our Hobbs Analytics sponsors, Visa Gaming, and MR Pipeline, and First American Bank. Ball carried by Weatherhurst. Tackle by Murillo. First down at the 34. Ball carried by Godoy.
Sorry, can we put this in yours? We lost our power over there. Can we put that in your
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Second down at the 37.
They are. There's something. Should be paying us. Do a good definition.
Ball carried by Sanchez. Sanchez.
We got it. This is
Third down at the 41. Ball carried by Coyotes. Tackled by Hernandez.
Dog in the back. 53. DVT. 10 yards. First down.
First down at the 10-yard line. Ball carried by Alquez. Second down at the 15. Interception and touchdown by Nichols. Next content is good. Browns were first in at the Hobbs 44. Ball carried by Fuentes. Second down at the Hobbs 44. Pass complete to Kennard. First down at the Hobbs 31. Ball carried by Fuentes. Tackled by Davis. Tackled by Liam. Ball carried by Sanchez. First down at the Hobbs 13. Ball carried by Sanchez. Second down at the Hobbs 6-yard line. Ball carried by Fuentes. Next point attempt is good. Return by Kennedy.
Holding. 38. 10 yards. First down.
Pass complete to Kennedy. Second down at the 15-yard line. Third down at the 15. Pass complete to Hawkins. First down, Eagles.
Ball start. Game, offense. Ball carried by Armendariz.
Ball carried by Armendariz. Fourth down at the 28. Ball down at the 34-yard line. First down at the 20-yard line. marker on the play.
Welcome back. 8 offense. Hey, go.
Pass complete to Franklin. Second down at the 16-yard line. Ball carried by Darius. Punt by Beatty. Out of bounds about the 41. The Halls Eagles marching band would like to thank Superintendent Gene Strickland, Principal Jason Parrish, the C-Tech for providing the props, as well as the faculty and staff at Hobbs Municipal Schools. Also, thank you to the City of Hobbs and surrounding communities for your endless support. This year's Feed the Band sponsors are Powerside Communications, Joe and Cheryl Brown, Watson Truck and Supply, Ingram Professional Services, Smith Power Products Incorporated, Patrick and Susan Collins, Merrill Lynch, Herrera's Oil Field Service. Adopted Prop sponsors, Powerside Communications, Gerb's Custom Jewelry, Zeta Chiropractic Clinic, Tri-Ton Services, Smith Power Products Incorporated, Vasco Construction, Ampersand Media Design, Studio M, School of Music and Dance, Joe and Cheryl Brown, Hasso and Hasso Law Firm. Special thanks to the Maddox Foundation and McDonald's. Under the direction of Brian Cheney, John Delsky, Manuel Sanchez, along with Mike Anui, Roxy Sanchez, Adam Bryant, and Alan Martinez. Drum majors, Giselle Mares, Regan Corral, Tiara Otosco Ruiz, Joey Moore, and Angie Cruz. Is your band ready? Get ready to experience this year's incredible performance of Danza de la Rosa. Hobbs, make some noise for the loudest, biggest marching band in New Mexico. It is time for Hobbs Eagle Marching Band for 2023.
September 7th through the 12th at Richland Chevy on West 2nd. We're going to smoke the Dodge Boys.
You Chevy pets don't stand a chance.
Meow.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Hit fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted. Every piece of land.
Mexico?
Of course! UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
And welcome back to Coyote Football here on 106.5, Roswell Talk FM and KSVP TV.com. Art Sandwell, Kelly McDonald here at Watson Stadium in Hobbs, New Mexico. Coyotes lead big. We're here at halftime as the Coyotes lead 27-0. Coach McDonald, I know you have something for us, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do. And we'll talk about our technical difficulties here in a moment. But I'll give you stats first.
Yeah, let's do.
And hopefully everybody can hear the stats. We're going to start with special teams. Peyton Kennard, 3 for 3 on extra points that he could actually put his foot to. We had the one bad snap, which is the reason we have a 27 score instead of 28. Zach Carrasco with one punt for 45 yards. No returns in the first half for the Coyotes. Defensively, Coyotes led by Keegan Nichols with 5 tackles, one of those for loss. He's followed up by Damian Quezada. He had 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. And Noah Lynn also 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. Jerem Morial had 2, so did Tyler Wojcik off the bench. And we also had 1 tackle each from Connor Nichols, Zach Carrasco, Wes Gallegos, Aiden Rutley, Paul Vigil, Jacob Palomino, and Dominic Silva. 4 total tackles for a loss for the Coyotes in the first half, including big sack by Aiden Rutley. Play of the game so far, certainly.
Oh, gosh.
The interception by Wes Gallegos and a 50-yard return to the house for a touchdown. Also, we had a blocked kick by Jacob Sabia. Offensively for the Coyotes, Manny Fuentes was 4 of 5 for 99 yards and a touchdown. He also had a rushing touchdown in the first half. Those 4 passes went to, and I only have 3 on there.
4 passes?
No, never mind, because there's 2 from LJ. So the 4 completions, 1 for Peyton Kennard for 13 yards, 1 to Manny Segala for 20, and 2 to LJ Macias for a total of 66, including a 60-yard touchdown strike. And then rushing the football for the Coyotes, Luis Godoy, 3 carries for 7 yards. Manny Fuentes, 7 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown. And as usual, it was Bryce Sanchez with 9 carries for a total of 39 yards and a touchdown for him as well. And there's the stats. And, partner, let me tell you about our audio technical difficulties.
Yeah, go ahead.
100% my fault.
Well, hey.
My brother got all the technical brains in the family, and I'll be the first one to tell you. I won't tell you the details, but it was a silly thing, and I apologize. Hopefully, those of you who could not get audio on the live stream went over to 106.5 and was able to kind of do both, watch on one, listen on the other. But hopefully we're back up and running. I think we're getting word.
Yeah, we're getting out of word.
Are.
So we're good to go now. So, hey, if you're just now tuning in to 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM and KSCPTV.com, for the ones that we're getting text messages, we're getting them all over the state now. We got a national person. Well, yep, it's going to be somebody watching it internationally. And then also those people down in Roswell, New Mexico that are having steaks and grilling out, listening to the game. We'll give shout-outs here in just a moment. But right now, Coyotes lead 27-0, 5 minutes and 50 seconds before we resume play. Coach McDonald, now that we're all set, we're rocking and rolling, let's talk a little football here. Right now, the Roswell Coyotes, they come in. They were ranked 3rd in the state last year in the 5A classification. They go up 1 notch to number 2 in the state now in 5A, ranked 8th overall in the state of New Mexico. And the Hobbs Eagles, they were actually ranked 8th in the 6A classification and 10th overall in the state of New Mexico. Sir, what are your thoughts on these two teams? We talked about it briefly before the game, but as of right now, the performance that the Roswell Coyotes are having right now, they're looking hot. Could they be the number 1 team in the state?
Well, you know, it's going to be difficult to overtake Artesia in the coaches poll for sure.
Okay.
Now, Max Preps.
Gotcha.
That's a little different. It's going to depend. You know, Roswell's going to have 2 pretty decisive wins against 2 pretty good teams, and depending on what Artesia does today, you know, Belen is not the best team in the state. We'll just say that.
Okay.
And then, but you know, They took care of Carlsbad, you know, in week 1. That's a quality win against a quality team, and that's a common opponent for us. I don't think we jump them in either one. Okay. I think we stay 1 and 2. I think even if we, you know, get into a mercy rule situation here in the second half, which, look, I thought we'd win this football game, but I did not see 27-0 at the half coming.
Well, of course, we still have a second half to prepare for right now, but let me give you a little update right now. You're talking about the coaches' polls, how Artesia's number 1, the Coyotes number 2, the Deming Wildcats 3, Mayfield 4, Goddard 5. So now we do have an update from the Wool Bowl in Roswell. Goddard is currently up 21-12 over Deming, and that looks like that's at halftime. So, again, the Goddard Rockets are at 5. Deming was at 3. Goddard wins that. They're going to go up in the polls. Artesia's up 36-0 over Belen at halftime. And so right now, Coach, it appears that you're going to be correct. The Artesia Bulldogs, if they continue their winning ways, they will remain at the number 1 seed, not only in Max Preps, with that algorithm and all the formulas that go on in Max Preps, but then, of course, in the Mexico overtime, the coaches poll, they will also remain number 1. I think the Coyotes are really doing a really good job defensively. You know, like you mentioned earlier, the 50-yard interception by Wes Gallegos ran it back for the touchdown. And then, of course, the big hit by Damien Casada earlier in the first quarter, that was something else as well. Yeah, Coyotes defensively are doing their job, Coach.
Oh, they absolutely are. I mean, and you know, this is what's going to take this team as however far they're going to go, is this defense. Now, you know, the offense is great, too. Don't get me wrong. You got a lot of seniors, and you got a lot of guys that are good at what they do.
Yep.
But this defense is capable of stopping just about anybody. I won't say anybody. Well, capable of stopping anybody. Will they stop everybody this year? Remains to be seen. Artesia looks like world beaters. I mean, early in the season, they look like they're up 36-0 on Belen at the half. I mean, that one's going to be over the first 2 times Artesia gets the football in the second half. It's going to be 50 points and done. But I'm telling you, this defense, if they continue to improve, if they can stay healthy, our Bolognas in this defense, if anybody can stop Artesia in 5A football, it's Roswell. I'm not sure anyone else can.
I agree with you. Well, talking about the Roswell Coyotes, their schedule doesn't get any easier from this point forward. after tonight's game, they do take on the Las Lunas Tigers at home next week, followed by the Carlsbad Cavemen, Clovis Wildcats, and then, of course, the Piedra Vista Panthers, who was number 2, number 3, and then really dropped down to number 6 in the coaches poll. And then, of course, the start of district played the number 1 Artesia Bulldogs, the Mayfield Trojans, and then, of course, the Goddard Rockets. We are in week 3, and I can't believe it's already week 3. It's going by quick. But right now, the Coyotes lead 27-0, and it's about a minute and 52 seconds left until the teams come out. Coach, anything else you want to talk about?
Well, you mentioned Los Lunas. That's who we're playing next at home.
Yes, sir.
Los Lunas right now is beating Farmington in Farmington 21-7. It's not halftime yet. That Los Lunas team is the real deal. Now, they're a 6A team, yes, but we're going to get a big test against Los Lunas next week. Regardless of what happens here tonight, it's going to be good. And once again, hello from Bangor, Maine.
There it is.
Great game. Go Coyotes. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Art. And we need to take another break and let these people hear about these sponsors, especially the second sponsor you're going to hear, and that's Richland. We want to give a special thank to Richland because they gave us a real nice vehicle to drive down here with.
Absolutely. So let's do that. Let's take a break. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Coyotes do lead at halftime. 27-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
More than 50 million Americans live with chronic pain. If you're experiencing pain that interferes with your daily life, Artesia General Hospital can help. Dr. Casey Della Barca and our compassionate team of providers treat a variety of conditions, including arthritis, back and neck pain, migraines, neuropathy, and more. We offer advanced procedures and comprehensive therapy, and we personalize treatment plans to help you get back to living a quality life. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/pain.
How's everybody doing today? Great! All right, guys, for the month of August, both the Chevy and the Dodge store had really great months. It's good to see both stores picking up quite a bit of traction. Now, my big question is, who's going to have the better September?
Dodge boys.
Man, y'all know this Chevy side is the best side.
Mopar, baby.
Duramax Diesel. Grand Wagoneer.
Man, we got the Yukon Denali. Hey, you got me, boss.
All right, guys, I love the competitive spirit. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring all the vehicles over from the Dodge store and put over 200 vehicles in one spot. And we're going to see who the best dealership is. So all right, guys, what do you guys think about that?
Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Audio and video.
Audio and video. Hey, we are your hosts, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. We're here at Watson Stadium. Coyotes dominating 27-0, and we're just seconds away from the third quarter. The Hobbs Eagles did defer, but decided
Yeah, did not defer.
Well, yeah, that's correct. They decided to go ahead and receive in the first half. That means the Coyotes will take over here in the third quarter. Coach, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you what, it backfired greatly. I mean, you do that to try to get your offense going. You know, you want your offense on the field first and you give your defense, I don't know, a little extra rest. But I'll tell you what, it definitely backfired here. Although it looks like the Coyotes might be looking for a onside. They won't get it, and a short kick.
And that's going to be Abe Toscano. Toscano showing the speed there. He's going to be out about the 37-yard line. So good return by Abraham Toscano.
Yeah, 25 yards there. So Abe getting his name out there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't call him Abraham. They don't know him by that, but his name is actually Abraham. But Abe Toscano with a good catch.
I'm not sure he would even answer if you told him that.
He probably doesn't know it himself, right?
Abe's a great kid and good athlete.
Great kid. Yeah, absolutely. Good family. All right, here comes the Roswell Coyotes. Coyotes going to take over 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Again, working from the right hash is Manny Fuentes and the Roswell Coyotes. And here comes Fuentes. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off right off the bat to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez with positive yardage, and he's going to have gain about 8 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 2. And I'm telling you right now, the offensive line for the Roswell Coyotes, you have Javier Garcia, Daniel Cedillo, Rico Lujan, Hector Aguirre, and Adrian Barraza. I'm telling you, there's some meat in the front line.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's Labor Day weekend, and those boys are doing work right now.
I'm telling you, just a lot of work. They're ready for some good food after the game, I promise you that, and they well deserved. So here we go. It's going to be 2nd down. They're going to call it 4, but I'm going to call it 2nd and 2. And here comes the Coyotes once again. They're going to work from the right hash as Fuentes has 2 eligible receivers. There's going to be a quick pass to number 13, and that's going to be Josh Estrada. That's going to be a 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, first catch of the game for Estrada. That's good for 7 yards. And Manny missed on his first pass tonight, but hasn't missed since. And he has looked sharp this season.
Yeah, Coach, you know, you were talking at halftime, too. You know, we want to give a special shout-out real quick. We're going to give a special shout-out real quick to Richland Auto, as they did give us an opportunity to take one of their vehicles to Hobbs today, and we appreciate you helping us out tonight.
Yeah, real nice vehicle. It's for sale there. Got a lot of nice cars there. When I went to pick it up today, really nice new and used cars there at Richland Auto.
Coach, my understanding is that you might be buying that.
I might. I certainly might.
Well, there's just a little inside joke with Kelly and I there. Just had a little trouble a couple of weeks ago, but we're back up and running.
Yeah, I still love my truck.
All right, it's going to be a 2nd down, and they're going to call it 10, so no gain. The Hobbs Eagles have a 5-man front. Looks like they're in about a cover 3. Quick pass to... Oh, that's going to be an incomplete is what they're going to say, maybe?
No, they're going to say catch and fumble, but he got on it. So it's going to be about 7 yards. Who is the recipient there? Is that LJ?
Well, the recipient...
I think it was.
It is LJ Macias, so he is going to get 8 yards. Okay, here comes a little motion now by the Coyotes. And who else would you not give it to? Bryce Sanchez will be close to the 1st down.
He's going to be short by about a yard. I can give him a yard on the carry, but it is going to bring up 4th and 1. So are we going to do the barking at the line? Are we going to go quick? Are we just going to let Bryce do what he do, or are we going to let Manny just push it across behind Rico? What are we going to do here, partner?
Well, you know, I'd like to see an empty set possibly, but more than likely, Coach Lynn is going to have a tight set here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go into pistol formation. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he passes the ball here on 4th down.
I think if they run the play, he's going to roll out and see what he can do himself.
See if they can do a naked boot where you have 3 opportunities. You can actually hand it off. You can run it and or pass. And there's a speed option. And there's Fuentes on the speed. He will have the 1st down. And what a great call it is by Jeff Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, just great execution, too. It's going to be 7 yards for Fuentes in the 1st down. And Manny's had a pretty decent day running the ball today. 8 carries now for 29 yards.
And also passing.
Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. 5 out of 6. Touchdown, 108.
Just to see, the freshman game, I had the opportunity to go to the freshman game yesterday. I was on the sidelines and doing a lot of things. Just look at the coaching staff work and the kids respond. It's just amazing. Just amazing how this coaches work here at Roswell High School.
Yeah, that's good defensive play there.
It's a good setup play for the Coyotes.
As Godoy nowhere to go, he's gonna give him no yards on that.
Damn.
But you're right. I mean, they some plays to set up others, and that could be the case there.
This right here, you could be looking at a naked boot right here. I won't be a bit surprised they tried to do another speed option. Let's see what Fuentes does. There's going to be there it is, the naked boot. There's the pass up the middle, and that's almost picked off, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, look down the field.
Yep.
Yeah, he missed him. And that's first mistake today of the game for Manny Fuentes, in my opinion. He had a pretty easy pitch and catch touchdown there. He just didn't get to that read, I guess.
That was L.J. Macias in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, well, he wasn't there yet, but he was all by himself at the 10, and I mean, he would have just strolled into the end zone.
3rd down and 10. The score is 27-0 if you're just now tuning in. There's going to be the empty set here, and I love the empty set. You have three eligible receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top. Fuentes giving direction now, taking direction from Jeff Lynn. About the 40-yard line, middle part of the field. Fuentes will throw into the flat, and that's going to be
deflected. Yeah, deflected at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 4th and 10. See what they do here. This is a tough part of the field for 4th and 10. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Too far for a goal. Sorry, Kennard family, but too far for a field goal.
They're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, I think, and I think that's probably wise. Unless you're going to go for a fake, it's a bad down and distance for a fake, though. But that's a dangerous punter back there.
Well, you said a mouthful there. Let's see what happens.
Not a bad time to try it.
Let's see if they can get the Hobbs Eagles offsides. Nope. There's going to be a nice punt by Carrasco.
Oh, good bounce.
Oh, it looks like there might be a fumble, but the Coyotes might regain possession.
You can't do that. If you're a punt returner, you can't do that.
Oh, look, it looks like the coaching staff for the Roswell Coyotes is pointing to the south side of the field.
Well, you'll be able to tell by the reaction.
But we'll see what happens. A lot of the calls today haven't been going for the Coyotes, so I won't be a bit surprised if it doesn't go that way.
Hobbs' offense is starting to get on the field. I want you to get the call right.
That's all I want.
I want you to get the call right.
Well, the call is right.
Yep. They're going to say fumble. Have no idea who recovered it.
Well, and I don't know either, Coach. All I know, they can say they got the call right finally.
Well, that's what it looked like from here. It's a long way for us, but that's what it looked like from here. The huge mistake by the punt returner, though. That ball is bouncing around inside their own 5. You got to get away from that ball.
Yep.
He's trying to fall on it for no reason.
So the Coyotes take over now. It's going to be 1st and 6 from the 6. Fuentes in pistol formation once again. There's going to be the handoff to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez appears will get about 2 or 3 yards.
I'm seeing just 2.
That's what I'm looking like here.
But they'll take 2 yards at a time right here, and they'll score a touchdown. I'll tell you what, this game is really something.
Really, really surprised. I'm going to be real honest with you.
Now, I think it'll be interesting to see if the Coyotes go for 2 here if they do score, because that could get us to a running clock.
Well, Fuentes dropping back to pass. Quick pass, and that one's going to be intercepted in the end zone. So the Hobbs Eagles will take over from the 20-yard line. Manny just kind of rushed that.
Yeah, I did. I mean, he'd been playing pretty flawlessly there.
Yeah.
But he missed the touchdown earlier that he didn't get to on his progression, and then there just shouldn't have thrown that one. Nothing really lost, though, except for field position. I mean,
it really is. That's correct.
They were punting to him there anyway. but they don't have to worry about if they're going for 2 just yet or not. See, and I think you do. I think you go for 2 because this is still a good, dangerous team.
Yeah.
And if you can get that clock running, I think you have an opportunity to do that. I think you do it.
Okay, Brock Brody still the quarterback for the Hobbs Eagles. Brock Beatty, excuse me.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss. So maybe, well, they'll give him progress, maybe give him 2 yards, but the Coyotes are all over that one. And who do you think it was?
Let me guess. Nichols?
It was Nichols. Are you going to be more specific than that?
Well,
it was Keegan.
Keegan Nichols, okay. Sorry, I had to put a little chapstick there, a little dry lips, man. From
his 6th tackle of the day leads the team.
Really having a good game today. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 5:38. Coyotes lead 27-0 after the interception for the Hobbs Eagles. That's going to be handed off to number 2, Jeremiah Hawkins. And there's going to be a flag. It might be a holding call on the Hobbs Eagles.
Yeah, and that play's coming back. But Noah Lynn is the one that ran down the fastest guy on Hobbs' team right there. I mean, he came from his defensive tackle position.
Good pursuit angle.
Yeah, and just, showing what an athlete he is. I mean, if you didn't know, you might look at that kid and say, oh, well, he's a big kid. I don't know if he's an athlete. Woo! Noah Lynn is an athlete, and he showed it right there.
We were talking about how big and physical the Hobbs Eagles are, but I'm going to tell you right now, the Roswell Coyotes, they're not small, and they're pretty quick themselves.
Well, they're showing that as a team, they're faster than Hobbs.
Right.
And, I'm not any kind of expert like these coaches are down here, but if I'm looking at film the last 2 weeks, I think I have a game plan to beat Hobbs.
I think you're right.
And if you're not fast, you're going to struggle. And if you're fast, you might have a good day.
Yep. Well, the officials once again are having conversations. I haven't seen an officiating crew have so many conversations in my life.
No, this is and I'm not saying they're missing calls. Oh, that call's on the defense.
Now going to call on the defense, not the offense. So they changed the call. Originally, they called it was a holding call, but now they're saying it's on the Coyotes.
Well, and it's 15 yards.
So now they're saying it's personal foul, possibly?
I don't know of any.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, okay.
Maybe a face mask or something, but it's just the optics. I mean, when you have to get together, it's almost like you're exciting.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's the handoff again.
You see things or you don't. And boy, the Coyotes swarm to the ball. That's Eli Lynn. First time called his name tonight, but he's a disruptor. And that's the thing about defensive players sometimes, especially in the interior of that defensive line. Eli kind of plays both. He actually pops at the linebacker too, but those interior and sometimes the outside guys on that defensive line, they can disrupt plays. It doesn't go on the score sheet, but they can really disrupt.
2nd and 9 for Hobbs from the 46. It looks like Beatty.
Nice tackle.
Gonna complete the pass, but it is going to be a nice tackle.
And Connor Nichols, his second.
Brock Beatty, doesn't that sound like a pro football name?
That's a good quarterback name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Brock
it's a
Beatty.
great name.
Yeah.
Brock Beatty, and he's only a junior, stands at 6'2", 190 pounds.
Yeah,
good-sized young man.
Yeah, he's not only does he have the good name for the quarter, he's got the good build for it too.
Absolutely.
He looks like a quarterback.
Yeah, he does. 3rd and 4 now for Beatty. He's going to take a shot into the flat area. He's going to complete it for the first down. It's going to be completed and caught by Jeremiah Hawkins, and there's going to be a personal foul.
And that's the right call.
By Keegan Nichols?
Yep. That's the right call. That's a 15-yard penalty in my book every single time. He walked him out of bounds, and now, of course, I thought they did that to us in the first quarter and didn't call it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you walk him out of bounds, and then you're almost off the white, which is, 2-3 yards deep. And then you throw him to the ground? I mean, you just got to have better awareness than that.
Well, not only he's having a good game, continue with the good game.
Great game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big mistake, but.
Yeah, well, learn from it and don't do it again.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be a big penalty on number 7, Keegan Nichols. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from about the 27-yard line. Brock Beatty. In pistol formation, you have trips to the top of your screen. There's going to be a quick pass. Completed to number 2, Jeremiah Hawkes. And finally brought down about the 36, 37-yard line.
Yeah, they just really haven't had much success with those little bubble screens or quick outs or, you know.
Okay, got a final. Dexter 52, Hagerman 0. Final at halftime.
Felix River game. Not much of a game this year.
Yep, not only that. That's a big rivalry, right?
Oh, yeah, Real Feliz, I guess.
Yeah, Real Feliz, yep. I'm not sure where that game was played. I don't know if it was in Hagerman or in Dexter, but...
wasn't a long drive either way.
Yeah, about between 6 and 10 miles, I believe.
Oh, pick.
Oh, that is going to be a pick off.
He's got a man to beat. He does beat.
That's going to be Jeremiah Monreal, I believe. That is going to be Jeremiah Monreal with the INT. That's going to be the second one of the night for Jeremiah. Good to see that young man back on the field. And looks like there's going to be an injury for the Hobbs Eagles.
Yeah, and I mean, somebody said before the game there was going to be opportunities for interceptions in this game because sometimes they just throw the ball down the field. And,
you did.
And I'm not sure that's the last one because they have to pass even more than they normally pass now. So, I mean, just from a sheer numbers standpoint. But what I saw on film with Hobbs is the quarterback is just not afraid to put a 50-50 ball up there. And when that happens, sometimes great things happen and sometimes they don't. You know, there have been a lot of legendary quarterbacks that threw a ton of interceptions. I mean, that's not, you never like it as a coach or a fan, but.
Are you talking about one specific quarterback, maybe play for the Sooners and the Bulldogs?
No, that's not who I had in mind.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. No, I was talking like Brett Favre.
And the Steelers?
Dan Marino.
I
mean, you got some quarterbacks who were notorious interception guys. I mean, it's just well, it's a gamble, you know.
They
call those quarterbacks gamblers, you know, because they'll try to fit it in tight spots. They'll throw it up there hoping their receiver can make a play on it. And that one, you know, to his credit, really wasn't that bad a ball. It did get deflected to the defense.
Yeah.
But the deflection could have been a pick too.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. And please understand, the people that are listening out there, no
disrespect intended.
At all, not at all. It's just the film. You watch the film, you did your homework, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 now, with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Kyle's going to hand it off. Nice run. Oh, that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, Malachi is going to pick up. What's he going to pick up? They started at the 30 and then got out. They're going to pick up 15 on that run. That was a run, right?
That was.
All right, so 15 for Malachi Mitchell. I believe that's his first carry of the season.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes really have to capitalize here. They got to score, and they have to make it maybe a 35-point lead if all possible. Manny Fuentes, the quarterback, you can have tight trips or trio. Some people call it a little bit different formations there.
It's Godoy.
Godoy with a lot of speed. Oh, that's a great job defensively, though. No,
he's down.
He's down. The ball cannot cause the fumble. The ground, excuse me.
Yes, going to pick up 3 on that.
Deshaun Franklin with a tackle. Good job by that young man.
Yeah, it really was a good tackle because you're right. He's probably, I think Coach Land said he's the fastest one on the team.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you can track him down and solo tackling, that's saying something. So 2nd and about 7 here.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. Well, Coyotes are working from about the 48-yard line. Left hash for the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. See if Fuentes puts a man in motion here. Going to stay in pistol. Going to be speed option.
Oh, I thought he was going to pitch that too late.
Well, Fuentes dodged the bullet right there, because if he would have let go of that, that could have been a turnover and could have went for 6.
And you got to commend him for not doing it.
Commend him.
Yeah. That is a great 1-yard loss in my book, because he didn't pitch it.
Yep.
And that's what a quarterback's got to do. I mean, that's a millisecond decision that quarterbacks have to make, and he made the right decision there. And it's a negative play, but it could have been a big-time negative play.
Great point. Okay, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 now from about the 48-yard line once again. Let's see if Fuentes will air it out here as he goes into empty set. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Fuentes goes with a quick pass, and it's going to be complete, and it's going to be close to the first down if not.
I think he's got it. Is that Bryce? No. It is.
It is going to be Bryce Sanchez.
Wow. His first catch. So Bryce, we're going to give him 10 on that. And the first down. So timely. His first reception of the night.
1st and 10 now. We're under 50 seconds in the 3rd quarter. It is 8:45 p.m. on September 1st, 2023. Fuentes will reset the offense. Pistol formation. Al-J Macias at the bottom of your screen. There's a snap. We'll hand it off to Bryce Sanchez.
Big hole,
and he will have the first down and more. Looks like about 11 yards, if I'm not mistaken, Kelly.
That's what it looks like to me. It always depends on that spot, but 11 yards and a first down. Hats off to the right side of that offensive line, because they opened up a gaper there, and Bryce just drove the train right through it.
Yeah, great job by Rico Lujan and Hector Aguita, and followed by Adrian Barraza. Looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field, but we'll stay here, huh?
Is it a timeout, or are they just huddling on the sideline?
Oh, okay. It might just be.
Oh, they're letting the quarter run out.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. Well, in that case, we will take a timeout. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You are listening to Roswell Football on 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, and KSUPTV.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
We're back here. You're listening to Roswell Football. We're here at Watts Stadium here in New Mexico. The Roswell Coyotes dominate 27-0 as the 3rd quarter expires, and we're just seconds away from the start of the 4th quarter. Great contest thus far, and Coyotes threatening here once again as they are set about the 33-yard line. What are your thoughts, Coach?
Well, I need to get in here. I just really want to see if he's going for 2. I mean, I just really – now, it doesn't matter that much or as much to get the clock running. I think if you can get the clock running here for most of the 4th quarter, first of all, it sends a message.
Right.
To win by more than 35, because then, you see that scoring and that was a mercy rule game.
Right.
So.
Well, interesting fact right now, the Hobbs Eagles have only scored 6 points in the last 2 games at this point.
Wow. And shut out by this Roswell Coyote defense tonight.
Well, and that's what the Coyotes need right now. Coach Bolaños is really expecting this shutout if all possible. But as you mentioned, we really have to get on the board right now. Manny Fuentes dropping back to pass. He's going to take a little dump there to the flat area. It's going to be considered incomplete. It's going to bring up a 2nd down situation for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, nothing lost on that incompletion. He was getting tackled right at that spot anyway. Hurts on the completion stats, the receiving yards. But it doesn't matter much otherwise. Now, again, the Coyotes, we're 2nd long here, but they're in that too far to kick, too close to punt area of the field. So, a 2nd and 10 here is almost like a 1st and 10.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 from the right hash, FEB. You got 2 men on the top of your screen now. Manny Fuentes calling an audible. There's a snap out of pistol formation. We'll hunt it off to Bryce Sanchez. And we'll gain a few yards there. It's going to bring up a third down situation for the Coyotes.
I can only give him 2 on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. But again, I don't see him punting or kicking from this part of the field. Now let's see. That would be a 48-yard field goal. I mean, he can do it. I mean, we got practically no wind, big lead.
Got to score from the Wool Bowl. Goddard High School 28, Deming 12 with 7:54 left in the fourth quarter. And we're talking about rankings. The Deming Wildcats, according to the coaches poll, are ranked 3rd in the state, and Goddard ranked 5th. So that will change probably next week.
Yeah, you would think, and the Max Preps poll accordingly.
All right, Matty Fuentes, quick pass, and that's going to be an incomplete pass is what they're going to say?
No, that's completion.
Okay. From up here, it looked like it was an incomplete pass, but the officials got that one right.
4th and 1. That pass was complete for 7 yards.
You kicked the field goal here.
I think I let him try it.
I think I let him try it as well. So 4th and they're going to call it about 4th and a long 2. With 10 minutes and 34 seconds left in this ball game. You see L.J. Macias at the top of your screen.
Can he get him to jump? That is the first question.
And that's what they're going to try to do here. Let's see what happens if the Coyotes go in motion. Hard count by Manny Fuentes.
No,
they're going to try it one more time.
No, they're not running it.
They're going to call a timeout.
And because they called the timeout there, before the play clock ran out, I really think that...
So we're at about the 24-yard line. They're going to call it 25-yard line. Plus 10 more at 35. You're going to call it maybe a 37-yard field goal attempt?
No, it would be like a 42. I mean, you got to back the kicker up.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
So, 41, 42-yard field goal, certainly within his range. Yep. I mean, he can hit that. But, they didn't switch teams. They didn't roll out there. I don't know if Peyton was in the game as a tight end or a fullback on that play or not. I actually think he was.
Yeah, so it would be about a 41, 42-yard field goal attempt if they try it.
And we'll see. We are in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes and 13 seconds remain.
That game was played in Dexter earlier, just for the people that were listening. 52-0, the Demons beat the Bobcats at halftime. So it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are going to go for it here on 4th down. And why would you not with 4th and 2 as the Coyotes are on about the 25-yard line?
Well, you could call another timeout.
Well, they could. But let's see if they have a man in motion.
Oh, they got 4 on the
speed option. There is. And they're going to get to Bryce Sanchez. He's on his feet on the 15, and brought down about the 14-yard line. And, boy, what a good job by Bryce Sanchez. And what confidence Coach Lynn has in his front line on the left side, especially with Bryce Sanchez running the ball with Javier Garcia and Daniel Cedillo just doing their job on the left side.
Absolutely. We've been saying the name of the right side of the line quite a bit tonight, but that time it was all Garcia, Cedillo, and Lujan, of course, the center.
There's the toss to the right side. And I'm thinking that might be Godoy.
Yeah, it is. You're going to give him 4.
And they're going to give him plus 4 yards, so it's going to be a 2nd down and about 6 yards for the Roswell Coyotes. 27-0 is the score. 9 minutes and 32 seconds left in this contest. Wow, what a game this has been. So now the Coyotes have been really working on the right side of the hash of the field for the most part throughout the game. That's really an interesting tendency.
Yeah, it really is, actually.
So they're going to continue with the right side formation here. Pistol formation. And there comes Manny Fuentes with the fake boot to the left as Fuentes will try to run it himself. 10, 5, and out about the 7-8 line. And that's going to bring up another Kyle first down. So the Coyotes are inside the 5-yard line. And the Coyotes are threatening once again.
Yeah, we'll give Manny 7 on that. just enough for the first down, and that means the clock will run. Coyotes certainly in no hurry. This big lead. And again, I think he'll just kick it. I don't think he'll go for 2 unless he just wants to work on going for 2.
Haven't
gone for 2 all year.
It's a gamble, but I think I would try it.
First down, a 3-yard line.
Okay, so it's going to be
also a good time to maybe run your fake extra point.
That's true. So it's going to be 1st and 3 from the 3. Fuentes under center. Man in motion. And there's going to be a fumble in the end zone.
Touchback.
And it's going to be a touchback, and the Hobbs Eagles will gain possession. So that's a couple of mistakes the Coyotes have.
A couple of red zone mistakes.
Red zone, yeah.
Inside the 5 mistakes. So that's the what they call that. They have a word for inside the 10. And I forgot what it was. Anyway.
The red zone, you mean?
Well, the red zone's inside the 20.
Yeah.
But I thought they had a term for inside the 10. But anyway, 2 turnovers inside the 5 even.
Well,
that's 2 scores.
The INT and then the fumble, that's just not good.
Gives the Eagle faithful something to cheer about, which they've had not much of. I want to see the shutout, though, partner.
Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
I want to see the shutout.
Coyotes with 3-man front, split the secondary in half. It's going to be in a cover 2 situation here. There's going to be a reverse, and that is going nowhere for number 22.
Yeah,
that's going to be Deshaun Franklin with the carry.
Yeah, and that's the kind of play you got to run when you're behind, I guess. But tackle made by Jacob Palomino as he uses his quickness to snuff out that play.
Well, right here, Coach, you talked about this on the road on the way up here to Hobbs. Let's see what number 13, Brooke Beatty, will do here if he's just going to air it out like you said earlier. It's going to be a quick pass to number 2, Hawkins. And he's going to be stepping out of bounds about the 28-yard line.
And Quintero did a good job there. He nearly made a spectacular play. He went through the blocker, got to the ankles of the runner. It just couldn't quite get him down, but he slowed him up enough for his teammate to do the job there and force him out of bounds. But this defense, they don't want to give anything up right here. You're going to see regular rotations, starters out there. Coach Bolaños does not want to give up points here.
3rd and 2 now, working from the left hash, all the Hobbs Eagles. You got trips down to the bottom of your screen, pistol formation, switch, pistol right, pistol left. And there's going to be the handoff, and great job up front by number 40. That's going to be Aiden Rutley.
Yeah, Aiden Rutley, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And
it's going to bring up the punting unit, possibly.
I don't know. I mean, you're down 27. I'm not sure. I mean, you can justify it either way. But it looks like the punt team is going to come out.
Well, Coach Ken Stevens is going to bring up the punting unit. Let's see what he's going to try to have the Roswell Coyotes jump off sides. I just don't know if that's going to happen. But you have Zy Carrasco, the dangerous number 16 junior that has a lot of ability to run it back all the way.
Well, you got to be careful because your quarterback is your punter in this situation. That is Brock Beatty back there.
Okay, so we've got to be disciplined up front as the Roswell Coyotes have a 4-man front, make it a 5-man front now, and there's going to be close to a jump, but the punt is not very good.
Not good at all.
Coyotes dodged a bullet there, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I
say that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Now, it'll be interesting to see what they do, how conservative they are on offense. They can just basically run out most of the clock if they just keep it on the ground here.
Well, I think the Roswell Coyotes really have to do something offensively right here. I'm assuming that Coach Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes, we talked about it earlier, 2 mistakes in the 5-yard line. Inside the 5-yard line, you had a INT and a fumble. You want to try to get better right now and try to see what you can do to get those points back.
Well, I mean, this is a low score for the Coyotes. I mean, I know we're talking about the defense shut them out, which is all well and good, but 27 is not enough points for this team. Today it will be.
Well,
Bryce Sanchez will get none on that one, but again, they're probably just running the ball to take up as much clock as they can.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The score should be 42-0 right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
at least 41-0. No, I'm going to say 42 because the PAT that we had earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, that's things happen.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And if you're going to give up, if you're going to leave 14 points on the board in a game, better this one than a close one, obviously. I mean, better than if we're playing RTG or Los Lunas.
Perfect.
So, and it also gives them something to work on,
Yeah, it's going to be a 2nd and 9 now. Kyle still lead 27-0 with 5:30 left in the ball game. Motion by Estrada. And that's going to be a pass, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Yeah, let's not celebrate too much. Nothing to 27.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But it is going to be a completed pass for -5 yards.
All right, so I have a correction. The Dexter game was not played in Dexter. It was played in Hagerman.
Coach, where was that game?
David Rocha, appreciate you. Says he was there covering the game. So the game was Dexter and Hagerman. Game was not played in Dexter. It was played in Hagerman, taking good pictures. So shout out to Mr. Rocha as he just does a phenomenal job for all athletes in Chaves County. Okay, Manny Fuentes under pressure. He's about the 45-yard line. He will air it out. He has an alpha man open, and it's going to be another first down for the Roswell Coyotes. Great pass and a great catch by Peyton Kennard.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So that is a 22-yard strike down the field. To Kennard, his second. And that was timely. I thought he was throwing it to somebody
You mean
else.
a 32-yard strike?
No, they were on the 43. Weren't they?
Okay, so 22-yard. Okay. We'll go 22-yard.
Yeah, that.
You're right. I was thinking past the 50 here.
43.
Yep.
Hold on. 20. Yeah, about that.
Okay. All right, it's going to be first down and 10 now for the Coyotes. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be on the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, no play.
No play.
So not just gaudy numbers for Fuentes. Of course, he only threw 3 passes last week before, garbage time, but still pretty solid. He did have the mistake on the interception. I believe he missed a pretty easy touchdown opportunity, but other than that, he's had a heck of a game. 155 yards, just 15 attempts, and he's 11 for 15. That's a little low completion percentage for him, but he might not be done.
Okay, so they're going to have that as about a 5-yard penalty. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, 1st and 15.
Okay, they're going to go 1st and 15.
Got to get to the 8 for a first down.
There's going to be the handoff.
And they nearly get to the 8 on that play. 14 yards for Bryce Sanchez.
Bryce Sanchez kind of looks like Emmett Smith down there. You see the trunks on that guy?
Yeah.
Gosh. Kind of runs like him a little bit, too. That guy has a bright future, I promise you.
Well, he's definitely one of those short yardage bruiser backs,
Yeah, the Emmett Smith, the Herschel Walker,
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Herschel Walker.
He really does. I'm just not saying that because I'm a Cowboy fan and I saw him play last week.
Yeah, much more than Emmett. Emmett was, I think, more of a smaller, shiftier back.
Herschel Walker was a playmaker,
but he'd run through you.
But he ran right through you. That's correct.
Now, Bryce doesn't have Herschel's speed comparatively, but
not yet. But he will.
Oh man!
Well, see again. Look what Bryce Sanchez is doing for the Roswell Coyotes. I mean, Coyotes are going to win this ball game. We understand that, but look at what that young man is doing, carrying his team, doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Kind of put him on his back here in this last drive. We assume will be the last drive.
Well, you're thinking it would be. It's
getting close to 2 minutes.
Yeah, approaching the 2-minute mark. 27-0 is the score.
They don't. They could just run it out and not try to score. Now, I'm not saying take a knee.
Well, you're nicer than I am. I would try to run it in, just because.
Well, they're going to take all the time on the clock each time, I think.
Well,
maybe not. I mean, there's still 14 left.
I think you run it in. You try to make a mission statement right now. Okay, so it's going to bring up 1st and 5, and there's going to be a handoff right there to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez is in for the touchdown. Bryce Sanchez from 5 yards out. Touchdown, Coyotes. Good job by Bryce Sanchez, and the Roswell Coyotes now go up 33-0. And a coach, you know, and I'm playing with you, of course, and you know that, but the competitor that I am and the results that we saw last week, I want to make sure that we top that some way, shape, or form. And I'm talking about another game. The PAT is up and good. Now the Coyotes now lead 34-0. We're going to take a timeout with 1:38 minutes left in the ball game. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
And welcome back to Roswell High Football on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. And I'm telling you, look at all these dignitaries down here tonight.
Yes. The well-to-do of Hobbs America is here at the game, but they've been disappointed, I'm afraid, because the Roswell Coyotes come in here and taking care of business. 34-0 with 1:38 left. I thought, like I said earlier, I thought we'd win. I didn't think we'd win by 34.
Well, I called it, Coach. I said 35.
Oh, you did?
I did, too. No, I said actually 21.
You did say 21.
I did say 21, but we'll take 34. All right, here goes. There's a kickoff and the return now. Oh, let's see what the defense can do right there. That's a great run by number 8, Omarion Kennedy.
Touchdown saving tackle by number 15, Jacob Cedillo, who a little banged up in the process, but he's hustling off. So Jacob Cedillo, who blocked the kick earlier, now makes a good tackle on special teams, and now the defense still has to hold one more time.
And this is very, very important for Coach Bolaños and the Roswell Coyotes here. If they can get a shutout, this is what
on
the Coyotes need. On the road, especially against the Hobbs Eagles. This is going to be, great defense there by the Roswell Coyotes. As you referenced earlier, the Roswell Coyotes haven't won very many games against the Hobbs Eagles in the last 20 years.
Yeah, only 2 in the last 20 years, we think. And it may go back farther than that. And boy, they're setting off fireworks for the Roswell Coyotes here in Hobbs. Interesting. It's certainly past fireworks season.
Well, not when the Coyotes win. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 10 now with the 1:25. Brock Beatty. Oh, that's going to be, he catches that. He's off to the races for 6 points, but Coyotes.
Kind of sums up the game for the Eagles, though.
Yep.
And, hats off to Brock Beatty. He could have, thrown a little back there and some bad body language. Instead, he claps, said, let's go, next play, and I like to see that. That's leadership right there, but it does bring up 3rd and 10, and I'm thinking they'd go for it if they don't get it, but.
Yeah, Brock Beatty, we said that, what a name that is. I really like that name. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that young man plays on Saturdays and potentially could on Sundays. Just a great quarterback, and look at that.
Actually, and it's not Beatty. It's Owen Callaway, the senior.
Is it Owen Callaway?
Yep. So they really have this light show situation going on at the stadium, and they just haven't had an opportunity to use it.
Yeah.
Until now. They got the cannon, and they got the light show, and they got the fireworks, and they got the big screen in the end zone, and it's all very impressive. And it does end a shutout, and I know Coach Bolaños is not going to be happy. In fact, I can see him over there. He's got his arms crossed, and he is not pleased.
And you're saying that was Kennedy?
Callaway.
Oh, Callaway. Owen Callaway?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and here's the thing, though. The Roswell Coyotes still have 1 minute and 14 seconds left to get another score here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll try to do that. I think they'll run the ball a couple times and let the clock run out.
Just expire? Yep.
I mean, you hate to give up. When you were so close to a shutout, you hate to give that up. And it's not like it was against the second teamers either. I mean, the starting defense was out there. They were trying to pitch the shutout, and it is 10-1 in the top of the ninth, and they did, just hit a home run.
Well, kind of, it's interesting to find out what's going on over there in the white tent as it goes up for just a moment. Looks like.
Oh, I think they're probably looking at Jacob Cedillo because he hurt something making that touchdown saving tackle on the kick.
Okay, well, we'll get some results here in just a moment.
Yeah, because he's been in there a while.
I just noticed the tent go up.
Oh, okay.
But you might be right, Coach. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the secondary there. It looked like the Roswell defense was actually split up in half. They were playing the cover 2 formation there in the secondary, it appeared. I didn't see anybody roll back to the cover 3 situation, but well, you're right. Coach Bolaños is going to be a little upset with that. But nonetheless, the Coyotes are going to get the victory. It's 34-6 with 1 minute 14 seconds. Hobbs will probably try the onside kick to get another opportunity offensively. But
10 guys up there.
Yeah, there's
Hands team.
There's the hands team there. And no, they're not. So it's going to be Josh Estrada. That's just going to fall down about the 16, 17-yard line.
Sure.
And let's see if Coach Lynn is going to try to have a couple more reps for his Coyotes, or if he's just going to kneel it and call it the evening.
I think it's victory formation time. And this is going to be your final, 34-6.
Well, I can tell you right now, there's a couple of plays that stand out in my mind right now. One being the 50-yard interception, pick 6 return, and then, of course, the big hit by Damian Quesada. So you might think about that here towards the end of the broadcast to see what the play of the game is.
Well, I'll let you pick between those for play of the game if you let me pick the player of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
And I am going to pick the player of the game as the Roswell High defense because.
Oh, and I totally agree with you.
That's a dominant performance. I mean, that last touchdown didn't mean a dang thing. You never want to give one up. But, it's a garbage time touchdown. They completely dominated this football game.
100% agree with you. You took the words right out of my mouth, Coach. I think it took every one of those Roswell Coyotes defensively to stop the Hobbs Eagles. And it showed some character, showed some integrity by this defense here. And, man, they really played a good game tonight. I really want to see what's going to happen. I really do. And I know it's premature right now, but I really would like to see. I think the state of New Mexico really want to see a great game between the Artesia Bulldogs and the Roswell Coyotes. That not only is going to be a district match, but potentially it could be a state championship match as well.
Right. I mean,
and I'm saying match. I'm talking a football game.
Right. And matchup.
Matchup. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think if the season goes the way I think it's going to go, you're going to get Hobbs and Roswell playing twice. Both games in Artesia.
That's correct.
One for the district championship and one for the state championship. That's my prediction.
In our opinion and our predictions. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line with 1 minute 12 seconds. Fuentes is in pistol formation.
Yeah, not victory.
Just pistol.
Yeah.
And they're going to call a timeout. Did the time expire on the time clock? It did. So. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And I'm so glad you said the defense, the player of the game is going to be the Roswell Coyotes defensively. But the play of the game, I really do see just the first play that I saw when Quesada really laid out.
Yeah, but and you're right. I'm not taking anything away from that, but when you just think about the overall performance, I mean, you had the big INT.
Oh, gosh.
Pick 6 by
that
West
was big.
Gallegos.
And that's
the big hit from Quesada. You got the block kick from Jacob Cedillo.
Yep.
You got a touchdown save and tackle by Jacob Cedillo. I mean, you've got Connor Nichols taking over the game in the first quarter. I mean, he was the man in the first quarter, and that set, that set the whole game. I mean, it set the stage for this big victory.
Well, and they're going to continue trying to run the ball just a little bit and going to gain just maybe 1 or 2 yards. Yeah, I mean, there's Lujan. Looks like he might have hurt himself just a little bit. He's fine. But, yeah, you have players of the game. You have plays of the game. There's so much that occurred during this ball game here in Hobbs. I think overall, I mean, like I said, the play, the hit, you can call it the hit of the game, the play of the game. But right now, what's standing out in my mind is that big hit, the big pancake on Brock Beatty. But again, you cannot take anything away from the 50-yard INT and the pick six.
And then you don't even mention Nichols. You don't even mention Sadia. That's why I gave you the much tougher job.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And I'm going to take the easy way out on this, Coach.
Yeah.
I will debate on that here in just a moment, man. There's so much that went on here, and this is, it's an individual game based on a team concept. And I'm going to tell you what, the Roswell Coyotes played well tonight, and that's going to end the ball game as the Roswell Coyotes win this contest of a score of 34-6. The PAT, I didn't realize they had missed the PAT, so
they did.
The Hobbs Eagles only scored 12 points in the last 8 quarters of play. But we're going to take a break here. You want to take a couple minutes?
No, we'll just take a quick break.
Okay, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back, talk some statistics. We'll close it out. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
That concludes this presentation of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi.
Oh.
Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I can absolutely do that.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with special teams as usual. 4 for 4 for Peyton Kennard for extra points. They did have a bad snap on another touchdown that resulted in a non-attempt there.